This is Audible.
Brought to you by Puffin.
Penguin presents Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Cabin Fever, by Jeff Kinney, read by Dan Russell. Hello. Just a heads up before the main event. The production you're about to experience is a 3D audio production. What does this mean? Well, firstly, in order to fully appreciate the 3D immersion, you need to be listening on headphones, because sometimes it might sound like this, or like this. And sometimes things like this might happen. So, hold on to your hats, sit back, and enjoy the ride. November. Saturday. Most people look forward to the holidays, but the stretch between Thanksgiving and Christmas just makes me a nervous wreck. If you make a mistake in the first 11 months of the year, it's no big deal. But if you do something wrong during the holiday season, you're gonna pay for it. Mom, me, Dad, Manny, Christmas morning. Maybe you would have got more presents if you hadn't pinched your brother last week. It's too much pressure to be on your best behavior for a whole month. The most I can really handle is 6 or 7 days in a row. So if they moved Thanksgiving to the week before Christmas, it would be fine by me. Kids whose families don't celebrate Christmas are lucky because they don't have to stress out whenever they do something wrong at this time of year. In fact, I have a few friends in that category who I think act a little extra jerky around now just because they can. The thing that really makes me nervous is this whole Santa issue. The fact that he can see you when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake really creeps me out. So I've started wearing sweatpants to bed because I really don't need Santa seeing me in my underwear. I'm not really convinced that Santa has the time to keep an eye on you 24 hours a day anyway. I figure he can only check in on each kid once or twice a year for a few seconds, and with my luck, that happens at the most embarrassing moments. Like when I'm picking my nose or something, and he'd look at me on his screen and say, "That's disgusting." If Santa really does see everything you do, then I could be in trouble. So when I write to him, I don't say what I want for Christmas and all that. I use my letters to paint myself in the best possible light. For example, Dear Santa, I did not throw a crab apple at Mrs. Taylor's cat, even though it might have looked that way from a distance. Sincerely, Greg Heffley. Then there's this naughty or nice list they're always talking about. You hear about it, but you never actually get to see it. So it's up to grown-ups to tell you where you stand at any given moment. And something about that just doesn't seem right. Like my mom, standing there by the car saying, "If you help me with these groceries, I'll bet it will be just enough to make Santa's nice list." Ugh. I kind of wonder how accurate the list really is anyway. There's a kid named Jared Pyle who lives up the street from me, and if there's anyone who deserves to be on the naughty list, it's him. But last year, he got a dirt bike for Christmas, so don't even ask me what's